Welcome everybody to Indie Worldwide. If this is your first time, the event is split between two sections. Where we're in right now is called Sessions, and it's where we return for the second half of the event to talk about whatever our business is, get feedback. But the first thing we're going to do is networking, which is a series of one-on-one chat roulette-like professional chats. You'll get randomly matched with somebody else in the event, and you'll have about 5 or 6 minutes to talk, and then you'll get randomly paired with one other person, with another person after that, and it keeps going for about half an hour, 40 minutes. Then we'll head back here and regroup.
Hi, people.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello, other people.
I wasn't sure how the roundtable would be structured, but I don't think this was the plan.
It's like a networking in Zoom, you know.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. No, it's a kind of joke. Hi again.
Is it Yuyin? Is that right?
Yuyin, yeah.
Yuyin? Where? I heard you're in Paris. Where in Paris are you?
In suburb, you don't know.
I know Paris a little bit.
Yeah, but the suburb town, I'm sure you don't know.
Okay.
That's a pretty 1 hour from Paris, but I'm at 1 hour from Paris. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah.
Very green, you know. 10,000 people. Like
Oh, yeah, nice.
So.
Nice.
And you were from Nate?
Yeah, we are currently living in Austin, Texas, United States. Not from here. We're originally from the Seattle, Washington area in the Northwest in the United States, and lived for about 10 years in San Diego, California. So kind of bounced around a bit. So,
okay, in USA.
Yeah, all in USA. We tried to move to France back in 2008. We ended up in kind of near Cannes, near in a tiny little village called Théoul-sur-Mer. But we couldn't stay there for too long. So unfortunately, our visas ran out, and so we had to leave. But it was a fun place to be. So.
Okay, a little village near Paris or in the...
No, in the south, near Cannes or Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Côte d'Azur.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
Nice wine in this area.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time there. So, but we were only there for a couple months. So.
Okay. Oh, she's leaving. But we were just exchanging about her places and what she did for a living.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I didn't start. Maybe I start. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Currently, I'm a freelance developer, but no code developer. Bubble in Bubble and Webflow. I work from some Bubble specialized agency in no code. We do some products for startups and French startups.
That's cool.
And what about you guys?
Yeah, Kupali or Volkan?
You can go first if you want.
Yeah, I think everybody's probably heard mine. I didn't realize that. We were.
Kupali, you have to repeat yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm an ex-management consultant looking to move into product management. Well, kind of made the move by working on a few side projects. Launched Every Size a couple of months ago and building a landing page tool to launch sometime this month, I would say. So yeah, that's me.
So you're my competitor. But yeah, I'm Volkan, working on the website builder. Working on it for like 16 months now. It's going pretty good. Yeah, taking customers from WordPress and like Squarespace. Mainly do the front end development, but learning marketing as I go along.
Cool. Yeah, I've used Fastoni myself. And yeah, I think we're targeting an audience of back-end developers more, well, to start with, to kind of separate the landing page from your product and to think about what needs to be in your landing page. And really, I think, yeah, what the feedback we've got is that, can you hear me okay? Something's popped up to say something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just to separate that layout and formatting from actually what the content should deliver. So yeah, let's see how that goes when we launch next week.
That's exciting.
Is it just landing pages you have, or do you have any like blogging functionality or anything yet?
Sorry, say that again?
Do you have any like blogging functionality or anything added?
Not yet, no. We probably, maybe, I think for the MVP, yeah, we'll have that by next week, which I probably don't know enough of the technicalities of it, but my husband, who's a developer, will be able to probably share more about that.
Because yeah, we struggled to get any traction until we started adding more like features like that.
Okay. That's interesting. Thank you.
Hello, folks.
Hello. What did I miss?
Were you in another roundtable, or were we just speaking out loud?
I was over in networking. Still, I didn't notice that the roundtable was active again.
So we made up our own session. We're going to talk all about you and your business model, Anthony.
Oh, okay, that's scary.
Just kidding. we're all the panelists. So I'm just kidding.
Hey, I would love some indie worldwide brainstorming. What do you guys think we should improve? How should I grow it like 10 times as large or 10 times as more useful?
See, Marina should join. She's the one who's doing the growth channel, right? So
yeah, she's really good at growth. I need to I think I just need to be more disciplined with my promotion and like pushing into new channels. But also it's really nice to keep it cozy. So
yeah, I like
conflicting interests.
Oh God, it's so loud.
Oop. That was Michael. I muted him. Michael, you're muted, so you have to unmute yourself if you want to talk. So did you guys have something going on before I butted in? Should we?
No, just introducing ourselves a little.
Anybody want to share what they're currently working on or an update from last time? Maybe UA. I'm not sure. Also, probably said that wrong, but I don't think we've seen you here before. So if you want to kick us off with what you're working on.
UA?
Probably.
Sorry, I
can't hear you.
I was talking
Okay,
myself. So yeah, I'm quite new in all the indie hacker movements and the no-code game, I would say. I work as a freelancer. I have a tech background as a full stack developer, Ruby on Rails, and JavaScript full stack developer, and I was kind of more interested in product management from last year. And that's why what I was lead into no code. And actually, I work for or with a double agency specialized in double building some marketplace and MVPs for startups. And I have also educational projects on educating on no code and products. All about the product culture. Just starting now.
What's the idea behind it, or is it? What are you planning to do with that?
That's not very precise. I'm still working on it, thinking about.
Fair enough.
I'm reading a lot of. I just subscribed, to Indie Hackers newsletter and a lot of nice Substack newsletters.
Yeah, there's so much content out in the
Yeah.
world of like indie hacking. It
So
can be a
much
little bit
content.
overwhelming at first. Do you have any links you want to share with us? Nate, what's new with you, man, since the last sesh?
Yeah, it's been a long time, actually. So I started another project prior to this whole pandemic, and it was the perfect thing not to do. So it's related to travel, and so we what we started was exposing the wholesale prices for hotels that exist. So I started a project called Room Steals, and kind of made that public, and kind of launched that in June or July last year, and then kind of just really quietly moved for the next couple of months until we got to about I'd say January or February, and we got a Life Hacker article published about us, and everything kind of blew up, did really well, and then of course COVID happens, and now everything's slow again. So
yeah,
but for everybody who doesn't know what that is, it's so the hotel industry has their typical rates, and they've made an agreement. The hotels have made an agreement with the online travel agencies that exist, and so the rates that you see are pretty much the same everywhere. But what most people, I'd say 99.9% of the people, unless you work in the hotel industry, what you don't know is that there's a whole underbelly. There's a whole level of wholesale rates that do exist, and you do have access to. They don't have to be bought in bulk and those kinds of things. So we expose that, and we don't take commission, we don't take margin. We do it as a subscription play. So for $60 a year, you'll get the lowest rates that we can find. We're working on building more and more inventory in right now, but we have about 600,000 hotels worldwide that are in the system, and depending on the day of the year, they may or may not have wholesale rates, but we see an average of about 30% savings. We've seen about 95% savings in certain instances. I was talking with Mark earlier, and he asked about Vegas. Vegas is one of the hot spots, and I've seen penthouse hotels that go for $3,000 a night be sold on our platform for $300. So we built a Chrome extension, so you can browse around Google Hotels, Expedia, Booking.com, and Hotels.com, and all their like other sites around the world. And as you do that, it pops over and says what the rate is for the wholesale rate. And if you like it and it pays for your subscription at one time, or if you're already a subscriber, you just click the button, you go to our platform, you can book the wholesale rate. So it can be considerable amount of savings. In fact, last week we saw somebody book and they saved like $4,000. So it can be a big deal. It just depends on where you're going and when. And so it's been pretty good in terms of like the value proposition, because it's such a cheap, access point for that kind of thing. But it's also just the wrong time of the I don't know, the wrong time of the century to start a travel site. So
did people unsubscribe, or if they stayed subscribed?
Most have stayed subscribed. When we first started, we did a couple of different monthly options. In fact, when we first started, we started with $1.99 a month, and so we still have some people that are grandfathered into that. But since we've changed to like a $4.99 a month, a couple of those $4.99 a month people have churned, but everybody else has been on an annual subscription, and we have had I think one person churn off of that, which has been fantastic, because I think we're close to 70 or so subscribers. So one person is nothing at this point. And I think it's just because it doesn't make sense for them to churn if they've got an annual subscription. So they're going to save it. And most people who who become subscribers know what the value is, that they're saving hundreds of dollars off of every reservation they do. So there's just no reason, they're like $60 is nothing. They don't care. Which is perfect for us, so.
So it's more just really hard to grow right now versus like actively dying.
Yeah, exactly. We're investing a lot right now. So we have 4 people who are all doing this on the side, and we're just spending a lot of time on building the product out, gaining trust, like with the whole ecosystem, and really thinking about what the next steps are. So we're going to be building in some stuff that has nothing to do with us and booking on our platform. We're going to be sending people to other platforms to book and those kinds of things. So I think it'll work out. And but our goal is just to open up and be transparent, because the hotel industry has not been transparent with people for ages. And I learned some of these wholesale stuff that exists, and I was really pissed off. So I'm trying to channel that like anger and be like, okay, I'm going to chill back and then offer this up to the world and be like, see, you don't have to do that. So you can get a better deal. So
Nate, I wonder how this compares to like Hotwire or Priceline. Do you have more deals, or do you have better deals?
Yeah. So what's interesting, so the way that those companies work, and I'm trying to remember, I think it's Priceline is the one who lets you bid on the hotel, right?
It's like they used to have it, but recently they really nerfed it down. So it's mostly they have just closed deals where they give you like area and like 40% off.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So the way they used to work, the reason why they showed up in the beginning was if they use the same wholesale inventory that we have access to, and what they did was they didn't tell you what the hotel was, right? And then you bid on it. But what you're bidding on is the wholesale rate. So as long as you were bidding above what the wholesale rate was, they would keep the margin difference between the two. And then you wouldn't know that you could have got it better, but you're okay with it and they're okay with it because you got a better deal than what was out there. And so for us, we just want the transparency to happen. So the platform that we run off takes a little bit of a commission off of each hotel. So if they're at parity, if like there's no wholesale rates available in the industry whatsoever, then our price will actually be a little higher, and we're going to remove that. And then we're also going to like tell people, even if it's not our rate, we don't care that you book through us or not. We just want you to get the best rate. So we'll actually send you to other places, the place that has the cheapest rate. So that's what our next kind of phase of our product is. But right now, we'll tell you what our rates are, and they might not be better than those other locations, but you can compare directly and you can see what the wholesale rate is in the market. And if we don't have it better, no one's going to have it better, in my opinion. There's going to be a couple of dollars difference here and there, but we're aggregating probably 6 to 12 different sources of, and some of them are wholesalers that are completely off the regular kind of market. So no one's gonna. It's gonna be hard to beat what we've got.
And you would show the hotel name, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
so as you're browsing around, our Chrome extension identifies like which hotel you're on and what the dates are, and then it goes and searches our system and says, oh, we have that rate for this. So it's the exact same hotel.
I thought, or at least how it was advertised, that hotels explicitly didn't want you to know. Like,
yeah, they don't. The way we get around that is, so when we first started, we said, here's our booking portal. You can come in here and compare. But that was too hard for people, and they didn't want to give their information. So what we did is we made that extension, and because of the agreements in the industry, we still have to require a login. But what we did is we made it a Google login, and for some reason, people they don't care about that. They're like, you have it all day long, and they'll click the button. They just don't care that you take their email address. But as soon as you have it, then you're considered a part of what's called a closed user group.
mm-hmm.
And when you're a part of that, now we can show you rates because we're only showing it to you. We're not showing it to the rest of the public. You have to be known, and we know we're giving it to you, so it's okay. The industry gives you a thumbs up for that. So
That's nice.
Yeah,
cool project. Wrong time.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, so if you guys want to check it out, it's roomsteals.com is what we have, and there's an extensions tab that I recommend checking out. That's the place. But thanks Anthony for asking.
No problem. Stefan, do you want to share what you're working on? Good.
Ooh. I'll brag for you, Stefan. I've seen that video and I've done a lot of scraping and that thing looks ridiculous. Yes, yeah, I was watching it just frothing at the mouth like, here, how can I just shove money at you and you can give me the product right now because it looks awesome. You posted, I think I don't know if it was you posted the video on either on Indie Hackers or Indie Worldwide or somewhere, and yeah, I watched it there and I was just blown away. So I'm stoked for it. It's awesome.
Sweet. on that waiting list as well, I think. um, we probably have time for one or two more. Kurupali, do you want to share what you guys are working on? Nope, can't hear you. No, Krupali. Oh, give her a sec. Maybe not.
Maybe she should leave and rejoin.
Yeah, try exiting and coming back. Do you want to go in the meantime, LL?
Are you talking to me, Anthony? I already
I
told.
think so. I can't tell. Can't tell who's talking. So maybe. All right. We'll just wait a sec. They try to rejoin. Tyler, do you want to go? You seem enthusiastic.
years ago.
It feels like the kind of project that would take you like into contact with a bunch of more lucrative problems too. Like the realm of nonprofit is pretty large, and there's a lot of money going on with grants and things, and a lot of inefficiencies in that space from just the very little I've seen of it. I think that's right. I also shared your Indie Hackers link in the chat if anyone wants to follow. No problem. Thanks for sharing. Krupali, is your mic working?
Hopefully, can you hear me?
Awesome. Yes.
Cool. Yes, so I'm newish to the indie hacker world. Joined this year and built one product and launched that quite successfully, I'd say. Number 4 on product hunt for the day, and got about 500 upvotes. So that's every site. I'll probably link in. And then building a landing page tool now as my second product. And before that, I was in management consulting, so just looking to make a career transition during this pandemic, which is fun. And that's a brief overview. I know we haven't got much time, so I won't go on.
Do you want to give us the quick idea that you're currently working on?
Yeah, so the landing page tool is targeted at back-end developers primarily, and to start with. So thinking about kind of separating your landing page from the product and making sure you as the developer are focusing on your value proposition and just thinking about the content rather than how your page.
No. All right. I think we froze. So we have reached the conclusion of our Indie Worldwide meetup. The next meetup is in 2 weeks. It's our weekend meetup. It's going to be on a Saturday morning Eastern time. You can convert to your own time zone based on that. And yeah, look out for that invitation. Thanks everybody for coming. It was really nice to see everybody.
Cool.
Stay safe, stay healthy, stay
One
profitable.
question: will this be recorded on the YouTube?
Yes, will be uploaded as soon as I get my shit together.
Okay, well, friend is asking me, so I want to share this link.
Will do.
Okay. See you
And
guys.
if anybody
Nice to meet you all.
wants things they've talked about cut out of the video, just message me and we can cut things out.
All right.
But otherwise, it'll be uploaded.
Thank you, Anthony. Bye.
See you guys around.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
See you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Anthony,
Bye. Only me.